Nick Bester, I'm a 2:20 marathoner and I'm doing London Marathon once again. So I've been living in London for the last 7 years and I've done 6 London marathons. I wouldn't miss it for the world. It's my favorite event of the year. I cannot wait. And it's just incredible how quickly these things come around. So today I'm going to share with you my top 10 tips for London Marathon. If you're running, good luck. Let's go get it. Let's embrace it. It is incredibly special. Okay, tip number 1, do not get carried away at the start. I know it's easier said than done, but you need to be disciplined. That start, the vibe is incredible. People are buzzing. It's a marathon major. You know, there's music going, there's people on the microphone. They sometimes play music that gets you pumped like a heartbeat sound, and your adrenaline's just absolutely through the roof. So you need to be able to control that adrenaline and just don't let yourself go too quick at the beginning, because you only have so many matches to burn throughout the race and you don't want to burn too many too soon, or you will pay for it later, even if it doesn't feel like it at that point in time. Okay, tip number 2. Normally I would recommend doing negative splits in marathons, but I think for London Marathon, it's probably more suited to an equal split course. And the reason why I say that is because the first 5Ks is net downhill. It's super easy to go too fast in that first 5Ks. So ultimately what you want to do is you want to run equal splits throughout. But just remember that your effort in the second half is going to be significantly more than your first half. The fact that the first 5Ks is net downhill, it's fine. Don't bank too much time, maybe 1 or 2 seconds a K, and that's it. Trust me, rather bank that effort, let that effort come out second half and run equal splits. You'll be much better off. And I promise you, if you do run equal splits, you'll be overtaking a lot of people second half, and nothing is quite more motivational than, you know, overtaking runners and feeling strong in that last third. Okay, tip number 3, embrace Tower Bridge. It is honestly the most incredible part to any race in the world. Soak it up, give the crowd a bit of a wave. However, control that adrenaline as well. I think you're just before halfway at around the 20K mark or so, and it's so easy to get carried away there. The noise on that bridge is incredible. I can't even explain it in words, but it's out of this world. And you need to be able to control that adrenaline, because you turn the corner, the supports are still there, but it's not as busy. And ultimately, you want to make sure you're not putting in any surges throughout the race. So embrace Tower Bridge, but please do not get carried away on the pace point of view. Focus, soak up the crowds. Okay, tip number 4, now heading towards the back end of the race. You go under tunnel and you come out at Blackfriars Bridge, probably with around 5Ks to go. Now, this pull is around 400 meters long. I've done it loads within training. It's a nothing bump in training. At that stage of the marathon, it feels like you're climbing Mount Everest. Just be mindful of it, okay? You drop a little bit below, conserve that energy, and just work your way up. Don't suddenly surge. Focus, once you're over the top, you get along the embankment, but it's a bump that you just need to be mindful of, because it can get a lot of people, and it has got me in the past. Okay, tip number 5, now running along the embankment. You've got around 4Ks to go. It's about a 2.5K stretch, let's say. However, it's a long stretch, and it's that tough part of the marathon. And in the past, you know, I've searched for distance markers at that point in time, and they just take forever to come. Like 500 meters feels like 5Ks at that stage of the race. So my advice is, instead of searching for the distance markers, trick your brain, look at the people in the crowd, you know, soak it up, look ahead, look at points ahead, and just get to those points rather than searching for those distance markers. It's a long stretch, but it's absolutely beautiful, and you really need to focus on getting the mind right at that stage of the race. Okay, tip number 6. Now, the weather forecast actually looks pretty good. It's not too sunny and there's not too much wind. However, in central London, that wind channels through the building, so it does get quite breezy. You need to work together in a pack. Work together for as much as possible for a common cause to get your best possible time. So if there's people in and around you, tuck in, work together, share the work. I promise you, running in a group makes such a big difference. You always hear teamwork makes the dream work, and that's true. When you're working together, you're putting in slightly less effort for the same split, so work together for as long as possible, and let's achieve those goals. Okay, tip number 7, write split times down on your arm. Okay, your GPS is going to go funny. You go under bridges, you go through buildings, your watch is going to be telling you you're running 2-minute Ks, 8-minute Ks, and it's going to throw you off a little bit. So make sure you write according to your target time, the distance markers and the times you need to hit. I think in kilometer terms, it's every 5 kilometers en route. There's every mile marked en route, and just know the times you need to go through every mark and check your splits that you're on track according to what the official time is. You don't want to be that person that comes away and says, on Strava, my time was this, but my actual official time was this. Whatever the London Marathon time is, that's the correct time, and just make sure that your split times down are written down. So when your watch does freak out, it's fine. You've got this. You know exactly what time you need to go through certain points. Okay, tip number 8. They have Lucozade drinks and gels en route. Now, you need to have practiced this within training. Just make sure your stomach can handle those gels, because the last thing you want to do is have any tummy issues en route. The fuel is there, it's great, we need to make use of it. However, you must have practiced that in training. If you haven't, I don't know if it's worth the risk trying that on race day. Okay, tip number 9, and this is super important. You know, marathons are crazy, the support is crazy, and it's just incredible. But when you cross that finish line, disappear away from the noise and just take 1 to 2 minutes to yourself to just thank yourself for what you put your body through, soak up the experience, and just give that time to yourself, because you know, it's crazy before, it's crazy during, it's crazy after, but it's super important to just have that self-reflection and realize what went right, what didn't, and be kind to yourself. And last but not least, tip number 10, smile and have fun. It is one of the most incredible experiences in the world. I think there's 500,000 supporters out there. And what I've done in the past when I'm not feeling incredible is you just give the crowd a bit of a wave. They pick you up straight away. Embrace it all, because it's a once in a lifetime experience, and I cannot wait to go through it again. Good luck to all racing. Let's go get it. See you Sunday. Let's go.